Good evening, everyone. My name is Caleb, and I'm 11 years old. Tonight, I want to share my story with you. Not because it's easy, but because I know that God has carried me through it. I hope it reminds you, as it has reminded me, that even in the darkest moments, God's light never stops shining. I grew up in a small town in Indiana. My parents were my whole world. My dad was the kind of man who never met a stranger. He could make anyone smile. My mom had this beautiful way of turning any moment into something special, even something as simple as making pancakes on a Saturday morning. She always said, "Life is what you make it, Caleb, and God has given us so much to be thankful for." Our house was small, but it was full of love. We prayed together every night, thanking God for our blessings, no matter how big or small. My parents taught me that faith wasn't just something you had on Sundays. It was the way you lived your life every day. But one night, everything changed. I woke up to the sound of alarms and the smell of smoke. Our house was on fire. I remember my dad shouting for me to get outside and my mom helping me down the stairs. I made it out, but they didn't. I stood outside in the cold, watching everything I'd ever known go up in flames. And I felt so helpless, so lost. At first, I didn't understand. I asked God, why? Why would you take them from me? For a long time, I felt angry and confused. I didn't see how anything good could come from something so terrible. But even in my darkest moments, God never left me. I began to see His love in the people around me, in the neighbors who took me in that night, in the church members who brought meals and prayed with me, and in my aunt and uncle who opened their home and their hearts to me. They reminded me that God doesn't promise us an easy life, but He does promise that He'll never leave us. Now, I'm learning to trust Him again. I still miss my parents every day, but I know they're with the Lord, and I know they'd want me to use my life to honor Him. Tonight, I'm here to sing, not because I have it all figured out, but because I know that God is faithful. He's given me a voice to share His love, even in my pain. Thank you for listening to my story. And thank you, Lord, for walking with me through the fire, both the one that took my family and the one in my heart. You've never let me go.
I was just a child, so small and bright. The world seemed golden, bathed in light. With wisdom rare, you filled my mind. A gift so pure, so undefined. But the storms rolled in, the skies turned gray, and everything I loved was swept away. I cried out, "Father, where are you now?" In the silence I heard somehow. Through the shadows you were there. In the sorrow you still care. When my heart broke, you held the pieces. In the darkness, your love increases. Oh Lord, you never let me go. Through the shadows, I've come to know. Mama sang hymns to start each day. Her voice like sunshine chased fear away. Papa said, "Child, keep God in your heart. For even when life tears us apart, but they left this world on a fateful night, and I was lost in endless fright. I cried out, "Lord, why the shadows, you were there. In the sorrow, you still care. When my heart broke, you held the pieces. In the darkness, your love increases. Oh Lord, you'll never let me go. Through the shadows, I've come to know. I've walked the valley of the shadow of death. With every tear I felt your breath. You whispered, child, my plans are good. Hold on to me like I said you should.